Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means of course some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. And if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then look no further because you can join said Discord group by clicking on that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that and you'll find all of the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, songs, arenas, even Titan Stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode, set ourselves back to our defaults. I'll hop into Discord, and then let me know if there is anyone who would like to get us started today. Alright. I am all set and ready to go. How's everybody doing? Spherus, Lilac, good to see you both. Lilac on the way home, but would be down for a few rounds. I assume this is once you get back, not playing Pyre on the road. Although, I guess in a way, that would be maybe the most authentic way, the most canonically accurate way to play Pyre, now that I think of it, right? And that's kind of the whole nature of the campaign. iRotor's available for a few. Okay, so we at least have one person here. Do we have anyone who would like to face off against iRotor? Lilac seems as though not available at the moment, but Spherus, if you'd like to jump in against iRotor, or anyone else for that matter, should be able to make that happen. Oh, let me unplug my controller before I forget, because I was about to. I'll get an invite out to iRotor. Go. iRotor theoretically should be in here now, but let us know if there's anyone who would like to face off against him to get us started today. If we don't have anyone at the moment, it looks like we may need to wait a little bit before at least one or two people become available. Then of course I can potentially jump in for a little while, but
can I quickly go into the controls?
Oh yeah, did we change things around last time? I don't remember. Not on
no,
keyboard,
but I need
mouse.
to change things to prevent a bug that may occur.
Oh, is this a new discovery that we've made?
It's about the default buttons for the new switching ones, and I think they're overlapping with sprint, and that's why sometimes rarely there's like a sprint problem where you switch at the end of it. So I just put the arrow buttons that no one uses on the switch buttons.
Okay.
So, because no one loses move up, left, down, or right, in my knowledge.
Alright.
And that should take care of it.
Well, so we have iRotor in here. Let me know if anyone would like to face off against iRotor, or, as I said, if not, I can jump in for a little bit and at least hold down the fort until we get someone else from chat looking to get in, because of course, give preference to you guys who are interested in playing. And of course, we can also do requests from chat as well, but as I always say, probably makes the most sense to figure out who's in the match before we figure out what, if anything, we want to do to affect the setup. Let me just make sure I still have the archetypes page. Oh, I might need to get the archetypes page up real quick, just so that I'm ready to go. 1 second. Not that anyone has requested it yet, but Now I am ready if anyone does. Alright, so yeah, not immediately seeing any requests from chat, so I think in that case I'll hop in here for at least the first match or two. Okay, yep, I'm player 2, that makes sense. Let me just set up our information here. Rotor. And me. Ron. Oops. Wrong team. Wrong side. Ron. Pyre. There we go. Okay. So I think that means we're good to go here to start things off. Not seeing any requests from chat either, so Rotor, I think we're just hopping straight in.
Wait. Talismans.
Oh. Yep. Good catch. There we go. Couldn't pull a fast one on him. No, that was not deliberate.
I bid you welcome, exiles. You heed the summons to the Isle of Kaelma.
Ooh.
You are gathered to conduct this rite. We soon shall see who is the most deserving. The withdrawn, stand ready. Higher heart, stand ready. Who shall stand together here this night?
Alright, so no requests from chat for this first match, so both just going with our preferred teams here. I was gonna say, not sure when the last time I've seen a sling bullet cur was, but now you have me wondering. Now I'm half tempted to try it. I think there's probably a very good reason why people tend not to do it, but still would be kind of cool just to see what it's like. Let's go. What's up, Lilac? Whatever you're thinking, just try it. Give it a shot. Don't know what you're thinking about, but try it.
Ametha. Demon. Exile.
How's it going, Lilac? You still on the road? Saw you messaging earlier saying you needed a little bit before you'd be available.
Ametha.
Keeping it.
Tizo. Now begin.
Oh, wait, what was that? I don't think you casted. I think I just disappeared out of nowhere. That was really strange. That's also definitely not where I aimed at, but that probably had something to do with all the imps.
Pyre has been scathed.
I don't play too often these days. That is a banishing for. Oh, you jumped in immediately. That was quick. And I could beat you to the orb. Alas, I could not.
Good.
He knew it was coming. It's almost like I do it almost every time. Ooh, good switch.
Oh.
Ooh, I passed that. I guess I didn't quite do it quickly enough. That's unfortunate.
Oof. Into the adversary's flame.
I'm not gonna Go through the portal? I don't know. Am I gonna do it? Okay, well now I gave you enough time to recover, so you have that all accounted for. Or maybe that's just what I want you to think!
Flung with considerable precision.
What's up, Sparus? How are you?
There.
No, I tried to sneak that one in. Alas, I could not.
In goes the orb. The orb is up.
One moment, please. I would like to stall.
Powerless for now.
Oh, that was brutal double banishment. Oh, and the hard push as well.
Is the flame.
Good timing.
The Pyre Heart's adversaries gained an edge.
Oh, what? That was weird. I pressed the throw button and nothing happened. Then I pressed it again and it worked.
How very fortunate for the Pyre Hearts.
Oh, I thought I got the orb before you did. I whiffed. I whiffed.
Drawn further, press their luck.
That's also not who I wanted in that situation. To the surprise of no one. Oh, the imp had something to say about that. That threw off my trajectory quite a bit.
From burning flame to ash.
Not quite, Lilac. I wouldn't go that far. Oh, right, mansion tropes. Man, these imps are throwing me off more than they ever have before. This is crazy. Ooh.
Talbot threw
He
it in.
didn't jump. He threw.
A show of strength from the Pyre Heart's foe.
What? You have a bigger aura? Excuse me? I disagree. Also, I did not realize I had the orb there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So fiercely fought.
Oh, bad timing on my part. That was fortunate. Very close call. No!
Engulfed in fire. Once more like that, and we are finished here.
Ooh, that was interesting timing. Where's my... Oh, my portal's over there. That's kind of interesting. That doesn't... Okay, there we go. I was going to say. That also was not what I wanted to do. GG. Good game.
The withdrawn prevail. Perhaps they do deserve their freedom after all. Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right. Well, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And as I said, I'm mostly just filling in for the moment until there's anyone else from chat who wants to get in. So if Lilac or Spherus, either of you would like to play some games, would give preference to either of you here, just let me know. Happy to swap out. Spherus will join in after one more. Okie-doke. That works for me. Anything else we'd like to do for this one right here? Oh, how about that? Turn Customize off for some randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. Won't even get to know what those things are in advance, just gonna get thrown straight into the action. Alright. Well, that covers most of the stuffs. So I think in that case, iRotor, we just get this next one started. Oh, I hear the water.
The withdrawn
It is the boat.
shall now
A
face
random boat, no less. It's Crone, Demon, possibly even Orlek, and Nomad. Sorry, Rotor. For me, it's Nomad,
begin.
Crone, and Harp. Okay. That was interesting boat magic. What exactly just happened? That was a weird one.
Now go.
Oh, I am slow. Wow. This is not how I like to build my harp. Oh, apparently I have a Typhoon Bottle, which is kind of nice. Also, that's a little bit of... Oh, a little bit of Nomad boat magic for you. Okay. We'll take it.
Headwind
Burning Resolve. Okay, that actually tells us quite a bit. It's some Leech. Means I'm mostly left side.
a bit of a blood.
Leap! Oh, the boat magic almost bailed me out there. I needed a little more. Boat magic. It's the Headwind show. It's his world, we're just living in it.
Throwing in the orb.
What's up, Anor? How are you?
There.
Oh, okay, apparently I have Vital Pounce. Everyone's favorite mastery. That was close. That was very close. No prayer beads, to no one's surprise.
Taken.
Oh, I couldn't pass it quickly enough. No. Also, I love it when we're standing in the same spot and I don't banish you.
Drive that Orlek.
Ooh, nope, not enough on it.
Yes.
Shoot. Okay, I still don't know if you have shoulder smash, so I'm kind of wary of that. Oh, I do though. I'm fairly certain. I thought Rotor was not going to jump for that reason. No, but I do have the Typhoon Bone. He's gonna be quick enough. He's gonna be quick enough.
By the scribes.
Right? Am I the only one who thinks about that every time we get that sound effect from Headwind Sprint? There it is. Confirmation. The shoulder smash is here, which means Rotor is terrified right now. Never mind. Famous last words. Can't jump. He knows he can't jump.
Now to the flame.
It's too dangerous. No! Ever so close. Okay, I'm not really sure I wanted to do that, but... Oop. No! Oh, the boat magic from the crone! He got extra airtime. He might not have needed it, but either way, GG.
Their adversaries confidently thwarted.
Well
The
played.
right is complete.
Indeed. I think that's exactly what happened, Lilac. Tragic, really.
Until the stars align.
Alright, well let's turn Customize back on, and it sounded like Spheris may be looking to hop in here, in which case I'm happy to swap out to make some room. Does that still work for you, Spheris? Oh, Anor was also looking to get in. Spheris, I believe, did express interest first, and therefore our usual rule of thumb is we get people in order of expressed interest. Although Spheris is saying... now Spheris is being very, very polite and saying, oh no, Anor, you could go. I think, well, I guess I don't want to speak for iRotor. I don't know how long iRotor you're looking to stick around for. I thought that you might have said initially...
I'll probably just do a couple more.
Yeah,
We
it
can
sounds like our
switch
rotor is
both.
not going to be doing too many more matches, so we can get someone, either Spheris or Nora in here, and then we can get the other person in relatively soon thereafter, so no worries on that front. And, you know, I don't mean to rush you out, iRotor.
No, no problem.
All right. So as I said, usually we would go based on
Hello.
order of expressed interest, so maybe for that reason, we'll get Spheris in here. How's it going, Spheris?
Pretty good.
Very nice. Let me get you an invite here. Am I seeing you on
I
Steam?
need to put myself online.
Oh,
there we
there we go. Yep, there you are. Okay, invite should be on its way. Oh, as I clank my controller right on the table. Yeah, we were getting Spheris in for the first time last week. Always good to see new people get in. I love to see when we do get new people to what extent they have new and unexplored team compositions and strategies that they then show us. Because everyone has their own preferences and techniques and all that. And that has oftentimes led to some big breakthroughs.
Indeed.
Or, in other cases, memes. Did the invite go through, Spheris?
It did, but I guess you have to send it back. I
Yeah,
clicked and it did not work.
Let's try that again. Cancel the first one. Send a new one. How about now?
There we go.
Okay, perfect. So, Spheris, which triumvirate would you like to be today?
Mouse and keyboard first.
Oh,
and
okay.
the essence.
There we are. Oh, sorry, mouse and keyboard, and then what did you say for the
The
triumvirate?
essence.
Essence. Gotcha. Take you off this. Let me put you on here. And then let's just double check your controls. Let me make sure that you have controls. Yes, you do. Okay. Just make sure that looks right to you. All set?
There we go.
All right, awesome. So let us know if there is... Oh, and let me update this as well. This is no longer me. Oh. Nope, that's also not how you spell it. Hold on. That's how you spell it, right? Yes, okay. What's up, Gore? How's it going? Let us know if there's anything we'd like to see between iRotor and Spheris. And I forget, Spheris, who did you play last week? Did you play iRotor?
I played Murph.
Murph, okay. So this might be a first-time
On stream,
matchup
yeah.
here. Oh, and
No,
Lilac's
we
going to put us on...
played, I played with iRotor, but not on RITE NITE.
Okay, okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see then how these two match up. So we have the boat request, but it looks like that's it. So why don't we get started here?
The withdrawn versus the essence. Welcome.
Okay, so team composition, that's all up to you guys. Whatever you would like to go with. It is a Prayer Beads Ulmer in the first spot for iRotor. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Exile.
You love to see it.
Exile.
Webbed Lanthorn Raji is iRotor's second choice. Spheris also going Webbed Lanthorn Raji. Rotor's last selection is a speedy Viz Paleth. Make me nervous hovering over that choose button when you haven't taken any masteries or talismans yet. I was like, don't press the button! Don't do it! Alright, the final choice for Spheris is a Titan Tooth Hamitha. So here we go. Our first match of the day between these two, Spheris and Irotor, and it is Spheris getting us started with a 20 damage throw from Gareth. Gareth, oh, and Almer, both Ninja Savage to the orb at the same time, canceling each other out. Here is Gareth once more. Ooh, with some black magic jumps, didn't need to, but he just wanted to add a little bit of style, and you know what? You have to respect that.
Not give in to pride just yet, Essence.
Almer, back to Viz Paleth. Almer again for Irotor. It's back and forth between the two of them, but Spheris got the stop, but Almer teleports back to it and in fact plunges in here for 20. There isn't! What are you talking about? There is a demon! Irotor has Viz Paleth! Meanwhile, Spheris throws another one in for 20.
Now burns relatively brighter.
Almer. Ooh, black magic jump to curve around and in. I was gonna say, is Viz Paleth not a demon to you? That's awfully disrespectful. Who is this, if not a demon? There's Viz Paleth. Once again, it turns into this game theory situation when both players have a lead Savage with the salute. Because if they both teleport instantly, they'll both cancel each other out and nothing happens. They just lose a character each. But then you get into the, well, if I delay half a second, I'm going to banish my opponent instead. And then if both people think that, then it just turns into this game of reverse psychology. But with that plunge, Irotor, with his demon, takes the win.
'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
GG.
The rite is done.
Well played, you two. All right.
Until the next rite.
Well, let's head on back and let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like for the next one. That one was... Wait, did we do customize off? No, we did vote, but it was not customize off. It was the previous one that was customize off. And of course, if we don't have anything in particular in mind, we can always just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they want. Oh, Lilac found a glitch? I assume this is a Pyre glitch you're referring to. I'm a little intrigued. It is a Pyre glitch. Okay. And Anor is requesting a song and says, it is Spheris' choice which song we use. So Spheris, which song would you like? Yeah, feel free to just go through them if you want.
There we go.
Oh. Never to Return Essence Edition. Going big. Anything in addition to the song, or will that be all? Looks like that's it, so we'll get the next one started.
The withdrawn shall take on the essence.
Alright, so this one's all up to the players to take whatever they'd like here. Lilac says was basically watching a playthrough of the campaign. Stowaway respawned, but the model that appeared was a Nomad model. Then the camera panned away for a second, and when it panned back, the Savage model was back. That's weird. I mean, the Savage model and the Nomad models are very similar. Are you sure it actually was the wrong model? Because they definitely can be mistaken for each other. I mean, just think about anytime we have a customized off match and you don't know in advance which characters you're going to get, you see a humanoid character, and oftentimes you have to do a bit of a double take and just to double check and make sure, is that a nomad or is that a savage? This definitely was the case, though. Interesting. Well, Sferis led with Gilman. He's now going extra aura size on Raji. Iroder went first with Bertrude, then with Raji, and now, in his third and final spot, he'll take prayer beads on Almer. And it's double worm here, as Ferris goes Lady River in the last spot.
The orb is up. Now begin.
Rotor gets off to a quick start here with Bertrude plunging in for 25. But with no prayer bead, she's now gone in this round. In fact, that leaves only Raji for Iroder at the moment. But with Web Landgorn, that helps bring back Almer, who is now in possession and in the Pyre for another 20 damage plunge. Oh, Iroder breaks out the Crone Salute. Not a lot that Sferis can do in this situation, especially with that being an unblockable throw. It means one score might be all that Iroder needs here. Don't know that Sferis has any leech potential, but Iroder, at least for a split second there, was defenseless. This throw from Sferis does have enough on it. It lands for 15.
Good.
Iroder back and forth, but it's Almer who's making the moves here. He does go down, though. Gilman for Sferis. Back to Raji. Back to Gilman. Iroder takes it back. Now with Almer, presses forward. He goes down, though. It's back with Sferis here. But it's only Gilman at the moment. That throw lands short of the target. So now it's Iroder's turn, once again with Almer, and with that jump, he plunges for 20, but that is not enough. Would have needed to have been a higher damage exile, namely Bertrude in all likelihood, but now he no longer needs to be picky. But instead it's Sferis, with once again a 15 damage worm throw. Iroder, with the plunge, takes the win.
The withdrawn prevail.
GG.
And what a crushing victory it was.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
Alright, well, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, Anor, because that's kind of how I think of it sometimes. Is it might even be the same quote-unquote model, in a way, between the nomads and the savages. It's more so just their stance. I mean, I guess in a 2D world, I don't know to what extent that is really... If you were in a different stance, that might functionally mean that it is a different model. They look similar, in short. Savages are literally called Nomad Alt in a lot of game files. I did not know that. That's interesting. So then that begs the question. If savages stay in the downside for a long time, do they turn into demons as well? I mean, we have had this conversation
They're
to
the
an
same
extent.
people, of course
Right, they should
do.
be.
They're the same people. They just have different skills and alright.
Nomad 2.
But then, what would a savage demon be? Would it have different skills? Or do they is it, what's the word? Convergent evolution?
Is Oralek the savage demon?
I think you're onto something there. That might be the case. He is the one demon with a slightly different, okay, not skill set, but stats.
He's just second fastest after Wims.
He's just built different.
Yeah.
So, iRotor, are you good to stick around, or did you want to swap out? How are you feeling?
I mean, the queue is still ongoing. So let's say I play 2 more, and then I'll swap out.
Okay. 2 more for iRotor, and then we'll look to get someone else in here. So let us know if there is anything we'd like to see between iRotor and Spheris. Not seeing anything though, so why don't we get this next one started, see where we end up, and we'll leave the team composition choices to the players. Oh, hold on, we had to customize we can get it in for the next one, I suppose. Just a little late for this.
Shall confront the essence. Welcome.
Just remind me for the next one, Lilac.
Who shall conduct the rites?
As it will be a Banishing Throw Dalbert in the first spot for iRotor.
Exile.
Prayer Beads Gareth in the first spot for Spheris.
Demon.
Speedy Vizpaleth now for iRotor. Spheris goes Quick Throwing Pamitha.
Headwind.
Exploding Headwind is iRotor's last choice. Oh,
wait,
heads up, you have,
wait.
yeah, you have the
Oh,
hangover
it's
effect on
bugged.
Raji. Careful. If you switch to a
Oh,
different
just
imp,
click.
you'll be fine.
Yeah. As the other exile, yeah, we didn't pick any talismans that messes up stats on others, right?
Actually, maybe you didn't pick Scribe Rock, right? Maybe Hang Up. I'm not quite sure where it comes from.
All good. It was just my Raji. I did pick Scribe Rock last time, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
That's fine.
So it's Tizo in that case, this time around in the last spot for Spheris. Albert, Banishing Throws. Takes one out, but then goes down himself. Oh, look at that jump from Gareth. Dodges the defender mid-flight and then curves back around for the plunge, but here's iRotor with a quick answer. Gareth, looking to charge up the throw that time. Actually didn't get banished, but did lose the orb. Does go down here, though, and now it's with Vizpaleth for iRotor, who has it back. Hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground.
Now that is how to snuff
And it was the ultimate showdown. 30 damage plunge from Vizpaleth. It was a huge leap from Gareth. Setting up that 20 damage plunge. Remember, it was Prayer Beads, the talisman that we saw Spheris take on Gareth. So he did come back, only to then be just barely banished, and that helped to set up Dalbert's plunge there for another 20. There's Gareth showing off his black magic jumps. 1 score for iRotor, maybe all he needs, although it would need to come from Vizpaleth. Anyone else would come up short
close call there now.
on damage. Here is the aforementioned Vizpaleth, though. See to what extent iRotor makes a point of using her. Huge series of explosions. In fact, leaves iRotor defenseless, so that's time for Spheris to plunge. Oh, but that jump a little off the mark, and so Does end up losing Gareth in the process. Rotor here with Vizpaleth. Ever so close, but not close enough. Second attempt, though, does the trick. GG.
Okay, we had a no customers.
We had a customize off.
The ceremony is complete.
All right, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
The answer, Lilac, is an OG meme video. How old is that video? Gosh, probably at least 20 years at this. One moment while I'll post it in chat. 1 second. It's probably, I'm not sure that it was originally on YouTube. It probably does predate YouTube. I think this is it. I don't know if this is technically the original person who made it, but there. Let me just make sure that I linked something that is the correct thing for sure. I'm pretty sure that's it. They have a separate link. Oh yeah, Newgrounds. Newgrounds is apparently where it originally came from. In which case, yes, it very likely predated YouTube. Alright, but we do have a customized off request for this one, so of course that means randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. Just gonna get thrown straight into the action here. Won't get to see what those things are setup-wise in advance. So why don't we get started?
The withdrawn shall
Read that
confront
slander and the
the
tag and the screen
essence.
tag.
What's that?
Now begin.
It's Ruki the Cur, Lendl the Nomad, and Vorfrit the Crone for Iroder, as Ferris throws that one in for 5 with Lady River alongside Jodariel the Demon and Hamatha the Heart. See the Sacred Bond that must be coming from Iroder's Lendl. Ooh, and Vorfrit avoids the cast and also has extra damage there with Astral Eye. That comes at the cost of reduced hope. Paid off on that occasion. And I suppose with Sacred Bond in a way, that does also
Don't
make
you
up
have
for that.
double jump on that car, what?
Sferis with a little bit of time here, although Iroder now has some defenders back. Sferis throws it in for 15 with Lady River. Lady River again sidesteps that cast. This time gets blocked. Ruki has explosive temper. Okay, that's good to know. That might explain why Iroder was saying he only has double jump.
Sweet.
Hamatha blocked here, then banished by Vorfrit, who is then banished herself. Jody, down she goes. Oh, somebody on Sferis' team has Can Singularity. It might be Lady River. Who is Lady River? And now Hamatha. Couldn't quite fake out the defenders that time, so it's back with Iroder.
Oh. Alas for Jodariel.
Ruki does get banished. Hamatha, a little lonely at the moment for Sferis, but almost does it all herself. Has Fell Swoop, which did come in handy there, though she did still get banished. It's Hamatha who has Can Singularity. Alongside that Fell Swoop just then.
What happened there?
Can Singularity almost dispossessed Iroder there. It's probably just far enough away to avoid it. Series of banishments.
For the time,
Opportunity here for Iroder
a pyre
to throw this one in. Oh, that actually was telling. He got 8 extra damage from the talisman, but it means that his damage would have been 25 otherwise. So he's all on one side of the tree for his crone, and I forget which side that is. Here is Porfret, prone. Banished this time.
All right side.
Oh, right side.
Left side, sorry.
Oh, left side, okay. So Stubborn Flame and
alas for
whatnot.
Lendl.
Amethyst. Actually, back here with Iroder. With Lendl,
What the scribes
plunges for 20. And now that drops.
I don't have long stride, I'm full right demon, it's...
Oh, full right demon. And it likely means one score at least from Borfrit would be sufficient for Iroder. Anything else would likely come up a little bit short. There's a small chance that Spheris has the right light talisman for 20 rekindling, although we know at least one talisman that Spheris has. And there is the winning
God.
plunge.
The withdrawal
GG.
prevailed.
Curve without double
Vastly
jump.
outperformed
Like-
their adversaries.
Oh, you didn't have, I thought you were saying you
Fucking
only
yo.
had double jump. You didn't even have double jump?
I didn't have double jump.
Oh,
It was
wow.
All right, that curve.
Painful.
Until the next
I think
round.
we saw a few unconventional setups there, but sometimes that's the fun of customize off. You never
Okay,
quite know
Anna,
what
are
you're
you
gonna
still
get.
up?
What was that, Iroder?
Anna, are you still up? Are you still
Yeah,
there?
did we still have a Nora looking to get in? If so, I think there was a chance we may be looking to make the swap now, if that still works for both Nora and Iroder. If not, then we could either look to get someone else in from chat, because I thought we had Lilac also looking to get in, or if Lilac is... Oh, yeah, Anor, are you still interested in getting in? If so, we would potentially swap you in right now and have you take Iroder's spot.
By the way, the slant I was referring to was the loading screen about withdrawn serving sinister forces. I don't think our PR department is happy with that.
What? Do we need to have a word
This
with...
is all as rumors and standard.
I don't know what you're talking about. The PR department. Alright, Iroder, I think we are going to swap you out here
Thanks
and
for the
get
game.
Anor
It was
in.
fun.
GG's! Thanks for stopping by. Now let me send out an invite for Anor. And Anor and Spheris, I don't know if you two have played each other before. Definitely not on RITE NITE, but maybe you have outside of RITE NITE.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Exciting, then. Invite should be on the way, Anor. I think. Let me know if I need to resend it. Might not have gone through. No worries. Let's try again. Cancel that one. Send a new one. Hopefully that one's better. Oh, you might have a Steam update? Uh-oh. I would say that maybe I would need to check as well, although obviously, thus far, on my end, it seems as though things have been going okay. It is up to date. Strange. Let's maybe try one more time here. Cancel. Okay. Now, just giving it a little more time in between canceling and re-inviting in case for some reason that helps Steam understand that now there is going to be a new invite. Come on, Steam Remote Play. You can do it. Maybe. Possibly. Theoretically, hypothetically. Just closes on you. Okay. I know, obviously, Steam/Pyre has been working for me thus far, but I might close out and restart Steam/check for updates myself just to see if that might make a difference. Because usually that is one of the top culprits of this sort of thing. So, 1 second here. I'm going to close Pyre real quick. I'm going to reboot Steam real quick. Let's just see. I don't remember when the last time I checked for a Steam update was, so chance that I do need one. I don't think I got one there. If so, it was lightning fast. But who knows? Maybe just the classic. Yeah, we'll both do it just in case. But maybe it's just the classic. If it isn't working, shut it off, turn it back on again, close the game, and reboot it. And maybe that'll work. Alright, so now I will, let's see, resend the invite to Spheris. Resend the invite to Anor. Oh, that says that was Anor. That's a good sign.
It did not work for me.
But the first time it didn't work for you last time, Sarah. So I'm gonna try again for you. And we know it can work for you today, so a little more optimistic on your end. Let's try now.
I think it closed again.
This is weird. Okay, I'm thinking I'm just gonna brute force this and send you a bunch of invites until it actually works. Because I don't know why it was working for you before, now it isn't. It wasn't working for Anor, now it is. Strange. Any better that time?
Nope.
Let's go again.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Steam Remote Play, as people are very familiar in chat, Steam Remote Play absolutely loves nothing more than to mess with us. Good old Steam Remote Play. No luck this time either?
No luck this time.
Come on, Steam. Come on, Steam. You know you want to. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer before I send you a new one in case, for whatever reason, that makes a difference. What if Steam set a limit or like a cooldown on how often you can invite people to your games? It's like,
That would
excuse
be
me, you
very
have
stupid.
invited 5 people already in this hour. That is against the rules.
Nah,
You're partying too hard.
it can't be this.
All right, now I'm going to send you a new one. Maybe with the extra time in between. Steam is more willing.
Nah,
Get you.
same issue.
Same issue? Darn it. Not sure. What other things we can change to increase our
again?
probability of success, other than, yeah, just doing this all day until eventually maybe it works. Insert Einstein
Still
quote about
doesn't work.
insanity here.
Gonna restart Steam just in case.
Yeah,
On my
maybe.
end.
Yeah, that was strange. It was working for Spheres before. Then I restarted. Suddenly it worked for Nor. It no longer worked for Spheres.
Still
That's
doesn't work.
Really odd. Right, but you did restart Spheres?
Yeah, I did restart.
Okay.
I had a link, I clicked. Didn't work.
Okay, well now that you've restarted, I'm gonna cancel that invite. I'm gonna send a new invite. And this one's totally gonna be different. This one's definitely gonna work.
Yeah, it works.
Hey, let's go! Alright! We're back in business, baby. Alright, let's turn Customize back on. Let us know if there's anything you guys would like to see between what is now going to be Spheris and Anor. Spheris has been going for a little while. Spheris is all warmed up. This is going to be Anor's first match of the day. Anor, would you like to be the Nightwings? Nightwings indeed. All right. What's up, Frost? How are you? There we are. Okay. So let us know if there is anything we'd like to do setup-wise, but maybe given how, at least for Anor, this is the first match of the day, might make sense to give a little bit of a warm-up first. And I think, as we were just saying, that this is going to be the first ever matchup between Anor and Spheris, so that's always cool to see. So let's get it started then.
The Nightwings shall confront the essence. Welcome.
Alright, so no requests from chat for this one.
Who shall conduct the rites?
This is all up to you guys to take whatever you'd like. We're starting off with the nutrition stick on Volfred.
Wait, I can't see my cursor. What the hell?
Oh. You're hovering over Udmilda at the moment, if that helps. What if you actually click?
Sometimes it's visible, sometimes it's not. It's kind of weird. But
I mean, if you want, I
work
can
with that.
I can control and set up your character, and then hopefully once the
I
match
will
starts,
find a
it's
way.
fine.
It's just kind of weird. All right.
I would, if not for us just having to invite and uninvite and reinvite you 10 times, I would say maybe we could try uninviting and reinviting you to see if it gets better, but I don't really want to
No.
resort to that right now. Don't really want to tempt fate like that. Can see pixels instead of the cursor unless the left or the right mouse button are pressed. What the heck? That's weird.
It is.
Teaser.
Okay, Nor takes right light on Tizo, so does have some rekindling coming from that. Oh, Lilac says that happens to me all the time. Wow. And Vizpaleth is the second choice for Spheris. Nor will go quick throwing Jodariel, so a demon on each side. Just a jumble of pixels. Does sound familiar. And Spheris goes Typhoon Bottle on Snadra as the final choice, and here we go with our first ever matchup between Anor and Spheris, and it is Anor getting us started with the Nutrition Stick Plunge from Bolfred. That obviously means he does not have Prayer Bead, so he is now gone in this round. There is Jody. Eyeing the portal, goes through it, gets infinite stamina in the process. And that helps to set up this 30 damage throw. Bolfred is back, and here he is, and he is blinking in. But once again means he's gone in this round. Nor with Tizo. Gets it back to Jody. Tizo down. Does create a portal in the process, but Spheris has it covered. Except that Anor is able to jump through it. Though Spheris does banish Jody soon thereafter. For a brief moment there, Anor was defenseless. In fact, deliberately goes defenseless there to activate the Numbing Gust. Now Jody goes through the portal. It doesn't take her very far, but the main thing is that, of course, it gives that infinite stamina. But that's not enough to set Jody up for success there. So it's back with Spheris. Hamatha switching in to Vizpaleth, setting up a 30 damage plunge. Now means no Vizpaleth in this round for Spheris. A little more room for Volfred to maneuver, though he does still go down here. Hamatha sneaks past Jody, plunging here for 20. Volfred. No time to blink. Jody again. No portal for her to use this time, and except now there is, though it is largely covered. Volfred looking for a way through, but can't make it past Vizpaleth. Jody gets rid of Vizpaleth, though, then gets banished by Vizpaleth. The portal, oh, brought Anor very close to the Pyre, but Tizo did not quite have enough damage. So Spheris still holding on, but here's Volfred. Oh, even a quick throw would have done the trick and nearly had it there. But Spheris, with the last second save. Jody has it back, only to be banished soon thereafter. Now it's here with Spheris and Pamatha switching into Vizpaleth, who sidesteps the exploding sapling, but then banishes Volfred, though the orb lands within the safety of the sapling. So now it's Tizo for Anor. Now, of course, Anor doesn't need to be picky when it comes to who does the damage. Anyone would have enough. Volfred links to the other side. Once again, not quite enough time to get the throw off. And Jody is slowed here, but she might have just enough time to make it in for the win.
The night wings prevail.
GG.
The scribes themselves surely have taken note.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right. Well, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And Anor has already cashed in a customize off. Lilac's like, oh, you beat me to it. And Lilac says, hold on, I can add a little more to this then. Let's go to the Isle of Kalamer, the Imp Arena. So once again, randomized Exiles, Masteries, and Talismans. And just about the only thing we could even do here would be a song. We've basically covered everything at this point. So I guess let us know if there is anything we want on that. And okay, alright, fair enough. I suppose it is fitting. I suppose Dirty Deal does make... Oh my goodness! She's done it. Anor has done it. Ladies and gentlemen. Falcon Ron has arrived. I was gonna say, it's been quite some time, Anor. For anyone, for that matter, but even more so for you. I mean, that's true. We could Falcon Ron just on Anor's side, because she was the one who requested him, but I'm feeling a little generous today. I think the Falcon Ron is strong. Alright, let us begin in what just became a very interesting rite.
The Night Wings shall take
It is
on
customized off, and so for Anor, that is a harp, a nomad, and a demon. For Spheris, it is a crone, a saluting savage, and a worm. Though all those characters are gone now, and so that means time for Anor to throw that one in for 20. I believe that is Snadra? Yeah. And there's a quick throw from Spheris, good for 11. It's the stowaway. Here she is again. Trying to black magic jump, though can't quite twist and turn her way out of that one. I think Anor was checking for the harp salute. Doesn't appear to have it. But does have leech. So that's 20 damage plus 10 Pyre life back for Anor. It's bonus value on that plunge. Ooh, and then 30 damage plunge from Udmilda. No prayer beads on her, so she is now gone in this round. That leaves just Deluge back defensively at the moment. Though he brings back Stoic.
I almost pity what transpired there.
Stowaway does manage to find her way through there for a 20 damage plunge.
The Night Wings adversaries gained an edge.
Oh, look at that stop from Deluge. Not sure he had planned that far in advance, but it did work out, except that now Anor has an uncontested opportunity, although is she looking for, is that the Leeching Exile there?
The Night Wings
So she wanted the extra value and
Stunning
did get it.
claim.
Oh, the stunning claim, though, it paused for everyone. Just taking a quick break. Oh, Infernal Bloom. Okay, we learned that about Ignarius. Webbed Lanthorn. That is oh, is that where Deluge got the exile back from? So, I mean, that is technically also the effect of one of the worm masteries. Snadra down. There's the Fairy Spirit activating. Does mean there's a moon drop, an Easter egg. Still remains yet to be claimed. Anor doesn't need it there, though. You can get a good look of it.
now end the ceremony.
Oh, but Spheris has it now, the infinite stamina, helping the stowaway, and it's a whole bunch of feints and false moves, and it does help the stowaway plunge there. Here's an ore, oh, blocked at the last second, though gets the ore back close to the pyre,
And it is done.
and plunges in for the win.
The Night Wings prevail.
GG.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right. Well done.
Until the stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. We activated just about everything for that previous match. Just about. So if we don't have anything in mind for this one, of course, we can always just leave it up to the players to go with whatever they want, but we can also take requests from you guys as well. Not seeing anything right here, right now, though, so barring any last-minute requests, I think we'll probably jump back in.
The Night Wings shall now face the essence.
All right.
Welcome.
There's no requests from chat.
Who shall conduct the rites?
That means it is all up to the players to determine who shall conduct these rites. For Nor, that means prayer beads Pamitha. For Spheris, it's Banishing Throws on Gareth.
Tizo.
Lanthorn Tizo is Anor's second selection. Now it's Speedy Vizpaleth for Spheris. Quick throwing Bertrude is Anor's last choice. While Spheris opts for a Webbed Lanthorn Raji. Spheris first to the orb with that saluting Gareth. He does end up going down though. Now it's back with Anor. Pamitha, who then sacrifices Tizo, has it back to herself, and Harp pushes her way through. It's a 20 damage plunge from what was a Prayer Beads Pamitha, so she is back in this round. And Anor, able to snake her way through here for a 30 damage plunge from her Crone. And now that means no Bertrude here. So especially after that Banishing Throw, plenty of room for Gareth to do work for Spheris. He's back here. This time he's plunging. Oh, hold on. I'm not really sure why, but my game just tabbed out for some reason. Alright, should be tabbed in. But I think Spheris was unable to move for that opening sequence. Should we drop the orb right in the middle and then just send Pamitha back to the starting position and I'll count you guys down from there? Something like that? Okay, I'm just gonna go on this screen here and I'll give you guys a 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I'll hit resume. 3, 2, 1, go. There we are.
Now then.
Bertrude for Anor. Down she goes. So now it's Spheris, but Raji loses it, so it's back with Anor's Tizo. He goes down, but he does set up a relatively dangerous portal, which Anor uses here. And both players go flying in opposite directions.
There goes old Bertrude.
Vizpaleth. Down she goes. only to quickly come back. Nor chasing her down, though. Tizo, and now Hamatha.
Rose to the occasion.
Oh, and that portal is very dangerous for Anor. Uses it to leap straight in for 30.
The essence seemed to be falling behind.
Hamatha, currently the only one for Anor. And I will admit, I couldn't even see where that portal was. But Anor uses it, and it helps set up this 20 damage plunge. Strategically placed portal such that it was hiding behind one of the barriers. It's a little bit camouflaged. Here is Anor with Tizo. Tizo goes down and creates a portal that's a little more obvious where it is. And it's Hamatha once again, plunging for 20, and it means one scores potentially all that Anor needs here, but Sferis is applying pressure. Getting a few banishments, but Anor back in possession with Bertrude. Uses the portal for the infinite stamina. Does allow a lot of ground to cover, though. And with the throw, gets the job done. GG.
It was as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
All right. Well, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know if there is anything we would like to see for the next one between Anor and Sferis. I don't think we've done any archetypes yet with Sferis. That could be something we could introduce Sferis to if you guys are up for it.
I think we did Infinite Williams last time.
What did we do?
Infinity Williams.
Oh, I don't know if that would fall. Yeah, well, yeah, there's at least one archetype that would fit with, but I will never say no to Infiniworms. But okay, now both Lilac and Anor are saying archetypes. I mean, we could even do two in a row if we'd like. But let me just explain the concept to you, Sferis. So basically, the idea of archetypes is rather than requesting that you use exact characters or specific masteries or talismans, instead, it's a little more open-ended than that, where I have a list of little over 30 different archetypes, which are basically like guidelines for how to build your team. So some of them could be things that are based on the way that you set your team up, but some of them could be the way that you actually execute in-game. So just to give you a simple example, one could be speed/maneuverability. That's probably one of the most straightforward ones, so in that case, obviously that means you would take characters that have either a high quickness stat or have other ways in which they are very fast and maneuverable. So there are a bunch of different archetypes like that, and typically what we'll do is that I will just do a random number generator to randomly assign an archetype to both players, and what I'll do is I will send the players a private message in Discord so that way only the player receiving that archetype knows what their archetype is. Your opponent does not know. So you, that way, can spend a little bit of time thinking about, okay, how do I want to approach this, while your opponent has no idea what you're going for. Does that make sense? Any questions?
Yes. No questions yet.
All right, awesome. And then, so I'll, in that case, do the random number generator to randomly assign the two of you an archetype. If you have any questions about interpreting what your archetype is, then you can just respond in Discord to the message, and that way I can answer your question without revealing to Anor what your archetype is.
All right.
Important question. I'm not sure who you are asking of this, Lilac, but do you like macaroni? Macaroni is just like one of those staples, right? It's just, I mean, it is possible to have a really good macaroni, but, you know, usually it's like, it's not very common to get luxury macaroni. It's kind of just, you know, it exists. It has a job, it has a role, And it fulfills that role well. Not asking a lot of macaroni, but it gets the job done. Okay, let me just get the archetype screen up. Okay, cool. And then I'll do a random number generator. Okay, I'm going to roll for Anor first, since she's player 1. There are 33 potential archetypes. In fact, I think I was talking about this a few weeks ago. It's been a few weeks since we last did an archetypes match. But there are a few new archetypes that we have yet to see, because I swapped out a couple of the ones that I thought were kind of the odd archetypes out and added a couple more to replace them. Okay, Anor, your archetype is incoming. While you're thinking about that, let me roll for Spheris. Spheris, your archetype is incoming in a Discord message. So for both of you, let me know if you have any questions. I can answer them in Discord without revealing your archetype to your opponent. But otherwise, just think about how you might want to approach it. And I should say, these archetypes, they're supposed to be somewhat specific, or they give you some direction, but at the same time, they're open-ended enough that there should be a few ways that you can potentially approach them. So it's not like there's one and only one way to play a given archetype, and that gives you guys a little bit of flexibility to express yourself how you see fit. Macaroni works a 9 to 5. And then some archetypes, as I said, are based more on the way that you set up your team at the beginning. Others are based on how you actually execute with the team once the match has started. Some are probably more affected by arenas than others, so maybe I'll get us loaded into arena so that you... I got the macaroni archetype, oh no! I'll load us into an arena so that gives you guys a little more context to think about how you want to set up.
The night wings.
Ooh, and it's a small arena. Okay. Hit him a leaf. So yeah, let me know if either of you have any questions. Otherwise, we will proceed here.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Both players have received their archetypes. I think Anor gave me a thumbs up to suggest she's good. Let me just double check on Spheris' side. Make sure Spheris is okay. I guess in the meantime, Anor, you're welcome to get started. Oh, one moment. Let me respond to Spheris. Okay, I think Spheris is good. So as I said, there should be any of a number of ways you can approach these archetypes. Some are probably more open-ended than others. The other thing worth noting is that the archetype, it should be an important part of how you approach this rite. You don't necessarily need to have every single character with every possible way to set up for your archetype, so you know, it should be important. It doesn't need to be absolutely every single thing that you do. You can have a little bit of a balance if you'd like. Alright, so Spheris is going power casting Snadra. We saw Gertrude in the first spot for Anor. Now it's quick throwing Volfred in the second spot for Anor. Titan Tooth Raji in Spheris' second spot. Okay, so this is where, on the third exile, I usually remind people, if you feel like you've already done a fair bit for your archetype, your third exile, you might be okay with deviating from the strategy a little bit there. But up to you guys. If you want to go absolutely all in, you obviously can.
Sir Gilman.
So it's Thorned Knot Gilman in the last spot for Anor. Oh, careful, you have the hangover effect. Unless you want -2 quickness.
Wow.
Vispleth is feeling a little impaired at the moment.
Does that even work? Minus 0.6 meters per second.
I wish you went backwards. Unfortunately, you do not. You're just extremely
Just don't
slow.
move.
It'd be way more entertaining if you did go backwards. Yeah, it caps us at 1. Exactly, Phaler. But, exactly. I wish it actually did go negative. Oh, I don't remember receiving it. I'll have to double check. But yeah, how's it going, Phaler? This is Spheris' first ever Archetypes match. First Archetypes match we've done today. Actually, the first Archetypes match we've done in a few weeks. So it's the first one that we have with at least the theoretical possibility of getting a couple new archetypes. Of course, they are randomly assigned, so I wouldn't say at this point as to whether either player has received one of those newer archetypes, but here we are, getting started. Of course, only the players know their own archetype, and I know their archetypes. Their opponents, importantly, does not know which archetype they are running with. Here is Anor with Gilman. Now Volfred sidesteps the cast. Stunning claim.
Nah.
Freezes everyone except for Anor's Crone, so she gets an uncontested throwing opportunity out of that. Oh, well shielded by Anor's Volfred there. Bounces the cast back and gets some banishments in the process. In fact, everyone is down on Spheris' side, and there's just enough time for Anor to get a throw in there from her sap. True. Looking for a way around. Was that a wall bounce jump? I couldn't tell. It might have been. But it does mean there's no Bertrude in this round, but it also means one score might be all that Anor needs here.
What happened there?
Jody for Spheris. Plunges here for 30. Bertrude is back, but she gets sniped by Snadra. Volfred moving in. Shields. Does take a victim with that. I was eyeing Snadra. Oh, except look at that!
GG.
Crone salute! Spheris is defenseless, and with that, Anor takes the win.
The Nightwings prevailed.
GG.
And what a crushing victory it was.
Well played, you two.
The right is done.
All right. And as we were saying, that was an Archetypes match. If you guys would like to reveal what your archetype was to your opponent, you are welcome to do so now.
Until the stars align.
Low block counter.
Yeah, Spheris had low block counter, which was basically play defensively, absorb pressure, and then counterattack, exactly. And Anor had disruption. Make it difficult for your opponent to score by disrupting the pace/flow of the game. So when Anor broke out that stunning claim, I was like, ah, yes,
And,
that made sense.
Yeah.
But well done, you two. That's a little taste of what archetypes can be like. Now, of course, they're randomly rolled, randomly assigned, and any of a number of ways a player can approach them, and it might depend on the arena. So there are a lot of directions it can go, and we did technically have 2 archetype requests there, so if we would like, we could follow up with another one. Except Lilac says, hold on. Well, I mean, when it comes to the sequence of requests, technically that was just Lilac's archetype request. That means we now would potentially do a Nor's archetype request. Nor says she's up for it. It's fair. So you up for another round of archetypes, and we'll roll you both a new set?
Sure.
All right, let's go for it.
Makes
Then.
you think.
Yeah, and that's the hope. It's just it gives a little twist on things without being so strict that it feels like you're getting forced into doing something. Okay, so I'm gonna once again roll for a Nor first here. Since she is player 1. And I think even before I added some of those 2 new archetypes, there were still 1 or 2 that I still don't think we've ever seen. No one has ever gotten them yet. Of course, that is the nature of randomly rolled assignments. Sometimes it just rolls the same thing over and over again. Or doesn't roll a certain thing. Okay, Anor, your archetype is in. Let me roll now for Spheris. Okay, Spheris, your archetype is in as well. I think once again, I'm just going to load us into the arena so you two know where we are having this match, because that might affect how you want to approach things. And then let me know if you have any questions, clarifications that you would like. Happy to answer those before we get started. Just take a quick peek.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Don't see any such questions at the moment, I don't think. Oh, hold on. Okay, looks like you're both good to go. So once again, both players have a randomly assigned archetype. Their opponent does not know what it is. Lilac looking to get in sometime soon. We could certainly look to get you in next opportunity. So Nor takes a ring on Pamitha in the first spot.
My cursor.
Oh no! Why do you do this to us, cursor? Alright, it is Exploding Gilman in the first spot for Spheris. Speedy Bertrude for Udmilda. Or rather, Speedy Bertrude for Udmilda. No, Speedy Udmilda, I believe is how that works for Anor. Speed Milda, I believe some call her. Back in her youth.
Exile.
Okay, and that is a Prayer Beads Gareth in the second spot for Spheris. And the second ring is going on Jodariel for Anor. Typhoon Bottle on Snadra in the last spot for Spheris. So here we go. It's another archetypes match here. Both players with new randomly assigned archetypes. And there is the Stunning Claim slowing Anor down. And it does help Spheris get the banishment there. Here's Gareth, but he's stopped just before making it in. Anor now with Speed Milva. Not speedy enough on that occasion, though. In fact, Gareth gets the orb back, but he's quickly stopped. It's a series of banishments, but Anor does manage to slither in for a 25 damage plunge there, but does mean that now Udmilda is gone in this round. Here's Pamitha, but with Stunning Claim, she's halted. But then she Harp pushes her way in for a 20 damage plunge. There's the Stunning Claim once more. Pamitha. Or rather, Jodariel, I should say. Snadra, no one back on Anor's side to stop Spheris here. So Spheris able to plunge for 20. There is the Stunning Claim once again. Pamitha switches into Jody, but Jody's blocked. Does banish one of the defenders, though. Gets the orb back here. And that sets up a plunge. It drops Spheris down to 25, which means one score could potentially be all that Anor needs here. But it's Spheris in possession, and Spheris who plunges in here, scoring for 20. There's the Stunning Claim again. Anor, uses the Crone Salute, setting up the winning plunge. GG.
Perhaps they do deserve their freedom.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
That was, of course, another Archetypes match, so if you guys would like to share what your archetypes were, you are welcome to do so now. That is not what Anor's archetype was, although it sort of was.
Until the next rite.
And that is a direct quote from Anor for the prompt for what is one of the new archetypes that I had just added in. And I'm curious, Anor and or others, what you think about that one, because I deliberately omitted it from the original list of archetypes because it felt like it was a little too one-dimensional. Basically, it's just boosting your stats as high as possible. It seemed like it was probably a little too similar to what typical requests are like, and maybe in and of itself isn't really a full-blown strategy. So that's why I at first was hesitant to put it on the list, but given how there were a few sort of archetypes that I didn't really think fit, I was looking for an excuse to replace them with something else, that's why I ended up throwing the stat boosting archetype in there. And then Spheris had Unstoppable, emphasize using unblockable maneuvers / scores. I was wondering what your approach was going to be for it, Spheris, and that was the reason behind the Stunning Claim. I mean, that's the interesting thing
was
is...
to counter the rings.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Because, I mean, everyone has their own interpretation. Like, when I'm making these archetypes, oftentimes I can think of, oh, okay, this is probably, going to be the main way that people approach this, or, what the alternative way to do it, but then sometimes people come out and they have a totally different interpretation, which is cool to see. Or, even if you have an archetype, you may still be able to squeeze in a way to counter something that your opponent is doing.
Yeah. I wanted to pick Exploding Worm either way, but Stunning Claim, I did not plan on it. And there were rings, so yeah.
All right. Well, those are the 2 archetype requests that we had. We've now checked those off, and I know that Lilac was looking to get in at some point, so just gauging for Anor and Spheris how you two are doing, if either one of you are potentially looking to swap out in the near future, or if you'd like to stick around. Anor is saying I could potentially swap out.
Probably playing 2 more, and then I will have to go.
Spheris can probably play a couple more? Okay. See, oh, Spheris is keyboard mouse. True. We unfortunately cannot double up on keyboard mouse players.
I've been practicing with a controller.
Oh, okay. So it may still be possible to make that happen. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm also just thinking of people's timelines here. If Spheris, you think you can only go for a couple more. Anor, how are you doing timing-wise? Anor is good to stay. Alright, what I'm wondering is, it might make more sense for us to maybe just do one more between Anor and Spheris, and then since it sounds like Spheris needs to go fairly soon, maybe we have Lilac take Spheris' spot, and we'll go Lilac against Anor. How does that sound? Does that work?
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, nice. So in that case, I think this may end up being our last one between Anor and Spheris. If there is anything we would like to see between those two, then let us know. But in that case, we'll give Spheris a little more time to practice on controller, because as we were saying, obviously the keyboard mouse versus keyboard mouse doesn't work, and it sounds like that is obviously Spheris' preferred control-based setup, but maybe with a little more time working on the controller, we can make it more of a natural fit for Spheris. Not seeing any requests for this one though, so maybe we'll just leave it up to the players. Let's get it started.
The Night Wings shall confront the Essence.
All right.
Welcome.
So just a standard match here.
Who shall conduct the rites?
No requests from chat, so all up to the players to read up on their lore and take a quick throwing stowaway. The Prayer Beads Gareth in the first spot for Spheris. Web Lanthorn Tizo is Anor's second choice. Quick throwing Ulmer in the second spot for Spheris. Prayer Beads Ulmer in the last spot for Anor, so now both players with 2 savages. And Spheris goes Typhoon Bottle on Snabra with the final selection. So here we go. Our last match between Spheris and Anor for the day. Spheris' attack stopped. Anor's counterattack stopped. Spheris' counter to the counter. That one is successful. A 20 damage plunge there, and with Prayer Beads, Spheris still at full strength. And almost able to sneak in a throw there, though Anor gets the interception and now able to throw this one in for 20.
The two triumvirates are neck and neck.
Ferris, close, but not quite close enough. Now Anor's turn. And she makes it in for a 20 damage plunge.
It seems the Nightwings are a bit
Saluting Savages are the first ones, canceled each other out. The second go-round, though, Anor was first to the orb, and that set up that plunge. Anor teleports back, using that Savage salute. Anytime the orb is unclaimed, blink, and there will probably be a Savage on its way toward it.
no mercy shown.
Here is Ulmer, force Ferris, but the throw is intercepted. Anor, with the stowaway, goes the ninja route. And her throw sneaks through and makes it in for the decisive score.
They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two. All right.
Until the stars align.
We'll head on back, and if it still works for you guys, I think it may make sense for us to now swap Ferris out so that we can get Lilac in.
Yeah.
Lilac, does that still work on your end?
It does.
All right. Well, GG's, Ferris. Thanks for stopping by. Good to get you in. I will now free you
GG's.
from Steam Remote Play.
Free from the game with delay that I'm not used to.
Oh, no.
It's so much, it's so different, honestly.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Is it doing the same thing it did to Anor originally and then Ferris afterward?
I accepted the invite. It opened for like 1 second and then immediately closed.
I'm pretty sure that's what Anor and Ferris was saying. Yup. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not like this. Hold on.
How did you fix it? How did you fix it the first time?
I think mostly just by brute force.
Yeah, just
Mm,
keep inviting.
Should have just sent you a new one. There we go. That sounded good, at least.
okay.
All right. Cool. Honestly, that was pretty good. That didn't take too many attempts. Second time was the charm. Oh, that's not how you spell your name. There we go. Oh, Iroda said he had problems getting into remote play yesterday as well. Okay.
Hmm.
Seems like a general remote play thing. I mean, for all we know, it may very well be a general remote play issue when we've had remote play problems in the past. It's just that one does tend to get the feeling as though remote play is not the most well-tested of Steam features. Or maintained. Alright, well, Lilac, which triumvirate would you like to be today?
You do
And make
even
sure
have to ask?
to adjust your input settings because mine are...
Oh, good point. Good points,
Yeah.
Ferris. Thank you for reminding us. Let me make sure that Lilac even has controls enabled. Yes, okay. So yeah, Ferris did change these controls, so make sure we have what you like here, Lilac.
There we go.
Alright. Very good. So let us know if there is anything we would like to see between Anor and Lilac now, for our first time with this matchup today.
Yeah, the mouse, the cursor is pixels again.
Huh. Strange. Maybe that's its true form.
Maybe like Falcon Ronaldo.
Is that a request, Sferis?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Spherus is
No
saying
Red Lantern, no
You
Whim
have-
reviving, no Nomad revive.
Hmm.
What else is there?
Okay.
No
Are you
Mooncrest either.
Are you
Yeah.
suggesting? Are you suggesting to add permadeath to Pyre?
whoa. It's banishment, not death, okay? Just to clarify
Are you-
here.
Are you suggesting perma-banishment?
I mean, just pick Orlek, and the enemy has a plus 10% banishment or whatever it is from the Nomad. And he's banished for 45 seconds or something.
Oh man.
Kinda the same, no?
Just put him on a timeout.
Anyway.
Alright, so that is Spherus's recommendation. Let's hop in here. And Spherus, just for future reference, as a heads up, generally what we do is, if we're just thinking about, hey, maybe we should do something like no respawn mechanics, or a particular mastery, or a particular talisman, then by all means throw it in chat. But if you want to confirm, lock it in, and compel the players to do what it is you want them to do, then that's where we break out the requests for things like masteries,
you gotta put your-
talismans.
You gotta put your money where your mouth is.
Gotta pay up the lid coin.
Okay, so what does no respawn abilities entail?
So like Webbed Lanthorn, Worms with their mastery that is basically Webbed Lanthorn, probably Sacred Bond on the Nomads,
And Mooncrest. 60%
Mooncrest Talisman,
respawn.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Those are the ones that come to mind.
Oh, there is a Lucky Break on the curse.
Yeah, Lucky Break, we're
chance to
gonna
respawn
count that.
faster.
Yeah. Yeah, then you get into things like, okay, well, technically, does increasing your hope count? I don't know, then you start getting into a bit of a gray area.
I think that's fine.
It's Typhoon Bottle on Tizo for Anor's second selection.
Dang it, there's an ad
Oh,
on the stream.
are you using that to see where your cursor is?
Yes. And now I can't see where my cursor is.
Is that legitimately what you were doing?
No.
Okay.
It would be really funny if I was, though.
I was trying to figure out to what extent this was directly affecting you in-game right now. It's like, well, I mean, if you legitimately can't see where your cursor is, I guess that's one way.
Gertrude.
Oh, there is also False Step on the Nomad.
Oh, yeah, you could count False Step.
Respawn.
Yeah, that makes sense. That has to count as a respawn mechanic. For counting Lucky Break, I think False Step is just as much respawn mechanic as that is.
Does this count as a respawn mechanic?
No.
No,
Okay.
that's stamina. It's
Yes.
not a respawn. You're good.
Maybe it's the secret respawn step.
It's a reset, but not a respawn, right? Why, good luck.
Alright, well here we go. Our first match of the day between Anor and Lilac, and that is Anor getting us started with a 20 damage plunge from... Okay, Pamitha, does Prayer Beats count as a respawn? I hadn't really thought of that before, but technically it does avoid banishment.
Anor, you have been disqualified.
I didn't think of it until I realized that Anor had it there. I think obviously we have to give Anor a pass, given that we didn't establish proactively.
Pyre burns brighter for now.
I think we have to, at the very least, grandfather that in.
We gotta Chronos it in.
Indeed.
Time cannot be stopped.
Maybe respawning cannot be stopped either. Ooh, Anor breaks out the Crone Salute, except accidentally banished some of Lilac's exiles in the process, and so there was a chance Lilac was going to be able to get the stop there. Did end up working out, though, for Anor. Here is Anor with just Tizo. No prayer beads on Bertrude, so she is gone for the entirety of this round. But a little bit of an opening there for Tizo, so he's able to plunge for 20. Ametha switches to Bertrude, back to Pamitha. Ametha switches back to Bertrude, but she's cornered. Ametha avoided banishment, and with that plunge, Anor takes the win. GG.
Outperformed their adversaries.
Well played, you two.
The right is done.
All right, the ads are gone. I can see the game again.
Would you say that you can see clearly now the rain has gone?
Is that a reference to something?
Yes.
That's probably a reference that I'm not elderly enough to get.
That is perhaps true.
Wait,
No,
what
no
is it a
worries, Anor.
reference-
As I said, I had not even thought about... I didn't even process that you took it in the first place, let alone consider whether that counted or not. Right, it's not exactly...
Yeah, I agree.
It gets into that gray
Like,
area.
It's not respawn because it's not in the same round, right?
Yeah, but you're avoiding getting banished in the first place. I don't know. You could make an argument for it either way.
Yeah.
But let us know if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, of course, we can always just leave it up to the players to take whatever they want.
Oh.
All right, well, Customize is getting turned off. So randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans won't even get to see what those things are in advance. Just going to get thrown straight into the action, and that does cover most of the things here. What was that?
I thought you were about to press the commence button. I was like, let me get back in my chair.
Oh. Ready, go! No. We could still do an arena. We could still do a song if we wanted to. Otherwise, we could leave it at just this.
Ready, go.
No, silly. I have to take a sip of tea. Ready, go!
Pip pip cheerio.
Indeed! Indubitably!
You sound like manly.
Yeah, that was basically my manly voice.
I'll take on the chastity.
Alright, well, let's see. We have a crone, a cur, and a harp for Anor. We have a harp, a savage, and a sap for Lilac, and it is Anor getting us started with a 20 damage plunge. Ooh, Infernal Bloom on for Fritz. We've already learned at least a little bit. Oh, Anor checks for the Crone Salute, does not appear to have it. Winged Fury.
Sorry, Alma.
And I have webbed feet.
Magnificent.
Oh, okay. Anor plunges here for 20. Oh yeah, you can see that on Almer. Slowing Anor down when Almer is nearby. Here is Almer, plunging for 20. Explosive Temper. Anor has a bunch of explosive casts.
That was the last of them.
Doesn't use a cast there though, instead just rushes down Lilac and sets up this 25 damage throw, which does technically mean it tells us a lot about the masteries on Anor's Crone, except I don't remember which side of the tree that means Forfeit is on. Here is Forfeit. Goes for the wall bouncing jump. Doesn't quite work out on that occasion, though. Well, I guess we know that Honor doesn't have the salute, so I take that to mean she's exclusively left side. There is Lilac plunging for another 20.
Now go.
Lilac gets the block, although, oh, explosive temper. Doing some good work there for Honor. Banishes the entirety of Lilac's team, setting up what is again just a 25 damage throw. And if not for those two Crone scores being 5 damage less than we are oftentimes used to seeing them be, that could have been game, set, and match. Of course, Lilac does have a sap and may very well have some rekindling from that sap. Honor gets the block. Now here with Vorfrit, but Vorfrit's blocked. Oh, but Vorfrit banishes the defender, then does eventually go down, but for a second there, looked like it might have been just the breakthrough Honor was looking for. Instead, it's Dulbert. He goes down. Well, no, he sets off Explosive Temper once again, scores, but there is rekindling, and it's 10 for Lilac. So Lilac is still holding on, but one score like the all Honor would need. And there it is.
GG.
GG.
The Night Wings prevail.
Well played, you two.
Their adversaries confidently thwarted. The ceremony is complete.
All right, let's head on back
Until the next rite.
and let us know,
Jeez.
chat, if there's anything
I'm
wrong.
heading out now.
All right, thanks for stopping by, Spheres.
Bye.
GG's. Good to get you in for a while.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Goodbye.
All right, we'll turn Customize back on, but let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. If not, we can always have the players just take their preferred teams. Seeing no requests right now.
I would make another customize off request, but I have used them all up.
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, maybe we hop back in, get this one started with the players taking whatever they'd like for their setups. And those are the sounds of imps.
Shall take on.
So we do find ourselves at the Isle of Kalamer.
Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites? Teaser.
Webbed Lanthorn Tizo is Honor's first choice. Don't worry, you can use respawn effects now.
That is very good to know.
So both players use one in their lead spot there. That was Mooncrest on Orlek for Lilac. Now, Speedy Messenger Imp in Honor's second spot, and that does raise an eyebrow.
Whatever could it mean?
Many may speculate. Only one knows for sure at this stage. Speedy Stowaway in the second spot for Lilac. And Honor does, in fact, go triple imp on the Isle of Kalamer, that time with banishing throws. Don't worry about it.
Has anyone else ever taken notice of the fact that I think a couple of times, maybe like a year ago, the desktop icon for Pyre changed very slightly?
Huh. I don't know if I did notice that.
Have any of the like hardcore Pyre fans taken note of that?
I guess I'm not a hardcore Pyre fan.
I can't believe it, Lids.
I'm sorry, guys. I let you down.
You have let me down, Lids.
I don't know if I can ever make it up to you.
I don't know. Buy me something good from Milan's.
Whoa, okay. I do not get friends through bribery. What do you think this is, Hades 2?
It is a super giant game.
Or through the portal, got infinite stamina, but lost possession, and now it is back with Lilac here with Oralek, plunging for 25. And now no one back defensively for Lilac. Nor throws that one in for 18.
Out of the flame.
Through the portal, Honor goes, and in doing so gets infinite stamina, and that sets up a 25 damage score. But with no prayer beads, it means that Messenger Imp is gone in this round. Or sets up a 25 damage throw this time. Currently just the stowaway for Lilac. Trying to find a way through. Can't do it. As Nor has a wall of imps hanging out next to the Pyre and does have a dangerous portal to use here, but gets pushed away from it. Everyone down for Lilac. Amethyst comes back in time to make a stop, though. Nor. Oh, a wall-bouncing banishing throw on the Isle of Kalamer. You don't see that very often. And for a second there, Nor set up what was ultimately a scoring throw, and it looked like she was going to try the wall bounce for that. Ultimately went for the more straightforward option, but I'm not sure if that was deliberate or if that was just a coincidence. And for a second there, it looked like she was going to double down on the memeage. There is another 25 damage Oralek plunge for Lilac. Or with Tizo here. Gets blocked, but then banishes one defender, makes a little bit of room for the other imp, but that one goes down as well. So now Stowaway versus Raji. I don't know that Honor intended to go through the portal there. I don't think so. But Raji gets several banishments. And with no one back defensively, Honor has enough damage to finish the job. GG.
A rite conducted with aplomb.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
All right. Well, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Yes, I saw that happen a few times, Honor. I think that is the very thing that Rotor was referring to at the very beginning today. He was noticing it either last week or the week before that. One second, let's look at the controls. Can you just move your controller for a second? Yeah. What is it? No, for Honor.
Also, hold on one second while you're figuring that out.
Yeah. There was some finicky thing about it's the pass. Oh, Honor, if you go see where it says pass that switch to first, second, and third, if you can put just an input there that you never... Yeah, this got rid of what iRotor did before. iRotor put the, like, up key and, you know, left and right key on, yeah, those ones there. That, I think, will fix it. Because for some reason, it's just basically forcing you to press that button, even though obviously that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, there we go. Oh! We did on keyboard mouse. And I think that did it for controller as well. When Lilac came in, that must have been what did it. Yeah, okay.
What did what?
So remember how when Spheris was in, Spheris changed the keyboard mouse controls. So when you got in, Lilac, you hit the reset to defaults option or something along those lines. And that actually reset the controller controls as well, which messed with a quick little fix that iRotor did at the very beginning today. But we should have just fixed it again, so Honor should be good now.
Alright. Intriguing.
Alright, and given the time, I am wondering if it might make sense for this to be our penultimate rite of the night, the last one in which we take any requests before we obviously go into the final liberation rite. So let us know if there is anything that we would like to do here. Otherwise, of course, we could still just leave it up to the players. That is also an option. Not seeing anything, though, at the moment, so I think in that case, we'll just get the next one started up.
Wait.
Oh?
Wait, I don't actually... I was going to ask for archetypes.
I mean, technically we could still do it here. All we've done is load in the arena.
Say, like, if Honor is chill with it, I'd like to do archetypes.
Does that work for you, Honor? Lilac is interested in doing an archetypes match. Down for archetypes? Alright. Alright, so we already know the arena. That much is sorted out, but let me roll Honor's archetype. So yeah, obviously last time we did see one of the new archetypes that we had not ever seen before. There are still, I think, at least 2 archetypes that we've never seen. One of which is new, like, as in I just added it. The other has just, for whatever reason, not gotten randomly selected yet, despite it having been on the list for a while now. Okay, Honor, your archetype is in.
Someone.
Now rolling for you, Lilac. Your archetype is in as well, Lilac. Let me know if either of you two have questions.
An intriguing one. I'm gonna type it in the chat so everyone can see.
No, don't do that! I honestly don't know if you're just deliberately slamming on your keyboard to make it sound like you're about to do that, or if that was legitimately something else.
I think I broke Twitch.
Alright, it's Bertrude in the first spot for Honor. So yeah, both players have randomly assigned archetypes. Only they know what they... Well, I also know what they have, but their opponent does not know.
Hey Lids, can you do me a favor?
Potentially.
Can you scroll up to DMs in our DMs? Can you scroll up to September 7th? Actually, wait, no, don't do that.
We don't have... Oh, wait, I'm looking at Honor's. Yes.
Just check your DMs.
Really? Really, Lilac?
Go on.
At least it's not a crocodile.
It is not a crocodile. That is true.
In my mind, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty big win.
Would you say that is a good way to summarize what your approach for this archetype is going to be?
Not a crocodile?
Well, yeah, that, I suppose, but also the image that you sent that was, in fact, not a crocodile, but maybe something that is more related to Pyre.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
I'll show after the match is over, but
Excellent.
in case
Excellent.
it was in case it's inside information that could reveal your setup, I won't reveal it yet.
I don't think it should be, but
Well, I mean,
will.
just given how you chose to bring it up at this point in time, made it seem as though maybe the archetype that you were going for is what made you think of that. It's a bottled void on Orlek here for Lilac's lead. Quick throwing Volfred for a Nor. Titan Tooth Ignarius for Lilac. And Nutrition Stick on Palmus in the last spot for Anor. Lilac, finish with a speedy headwind. So here we go, it's an archetypes matchup. Both players randomly assigned an archetype. Their opponent does not know what it is, and it is Lilac getting us started with a 25 damage plunge from Orlek. But he is not a prayer beat, so he is gone in this round. Now Anor with the shield, and now the plunge from her crone, and Lilac took a lot of starting Pyre life. Still at 140 even after that Bertrude score. Or, ooh, blinks to the other side, sets up a quick throw. Good for 10. Bertrude goes around the other way. Can't quite make it in with that leap. Instead, it's now Orlek for Lilac. Blocked here and banished. Nor sidesteps the cast. Tries to shield off the defender, but Iggy able to rush down Palmus. A little bit of an opening here for Anor, and for a second there it looked like Anor's momentum might have taken Bertrude in for a plunge, but instead just barely had enough time to get the throw off there. 30 damage plus also 15 leech. It's net 45 points of value, and in fact, that ties us up at 100 Pyre life apiece. Miss and Volfred. It's Volfred with the decisive move here, throwing that one in for 25.
The Nightwings now
Gertrude's back.
to achieving victory.
She's banished quickly. Iggy, or rather, that was Orlek who was just standing there
Menacingly.
menacingly, exactly, although not menacingly enough so as to dissuade the opponents from banishing him, as right now it is only Ignarius. Hedwyn making a return as well. Nor moving the pieces in. Volfred one side, Bertrude the other, and Volfred has enough range to throw it in from there. That's the full 25 damage. Bertrude is possessed, banished as well. Iggy blocked, but then banishes all of the defenders, and I'm not even sure, or rather that's Orlek, but banished all the defenders and then immediately plunged. I don't know if that's what Lilac had in mind, but the orb was close enough to the Pyre at the time that it just happened. It does, however, mean there's now no Orlek in this round for Lilac. Instead, it's up to Ignarius, who with Titan Tooth helps to stun Anor here, although the sapling does its job. And now there's a lot of room here for Bertrude, who throws that in, and again, it's not only 30 damage, but it's also 15 leech.
Just once more.
And that means one score potentially all Nor needs, and with the Crone Salute, this might be all the setup she needed.
The Nightwings prevail.
GG.
Their adversaries must be crying tears of shame.
Well played, you
So
two.
will you be will you be showing the image now, Liz?
Well played, you two. That was an Archetypes match, and if you guys would like to share your archetypes, you're welcome to do that. In the meantime, I will I'll pull up that image. The image that Lilac sent me when I thought Lilac was about to ask a question about the team. It's not a crocodile. It's this. So the reason why I didn't want to reveal it right off the bat was, well, I mean, that is a demon. So maybe it reveals a little too much about Lilac's plans if I show
Well, the
this to
Stowaway and
people.
Almer are also in the picture, so it could have that could have also been.
Oh, that's okay, yeah. Well, I mean, Iggy is taking center stage here. So, I don't know. Well, Nor had life, emphasize getting starting life,
yes.
rekindling, and or leech.
Mine was stun / knockback. Emphasize using stun and or knockback, which I realized I probably could have utilized better, but I genuinely forgot that worms existed until I picked my last exile.
I mean, the demons certainly give you plenty of stun and knockback potential,
True.
which is, I guess, what I was assuming was the reason for you sending me that image about Iggy.
It admittedly wasn't. I just thought it was a funny image.
Also, you did just disconnect, Lilac,
Oh no.
which may or may not have been intentional.
That wasn't.
Okay. Well, let me attempt to get you back in. Of course, we have had some trouble with Steam Remote Play today, but hopefully it does not put up a fight right now, as we are potentially about to jump into our Liberation right here, and it looks like you just got back in.
Hey, I like how both of us have a Stowaway profile picture. Both me and Anor.
Oh, okay. I was like, who are you referring to right now?
Unless the jar with a lid is supposed to be the Stowaway lids.
No.
Is it? Well darn.
Actually, that's Stowaway's cousin, the jar. All right. Well, anyways.
Her brother is a wagon,
Exactly.
and her cousin is a jar.
Exactly. All right. Well, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. Yeah, I didn't even realize at first that you both had your profile pictures based on the same character, but one is, that's. Did you make yours, Lilac?
My what?
Your profile picture.
No, one of my friends did.
Yeah. Well, that's so fan-made art for Lilac versus in-game art for Anor, which makes it they don't look carbon copies of each other. So it wasn't as obvious
True.
right off the bat.
But it is of the same character.
Yeah, it is. Alright, but anyways, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, so no requests from chat for this one, just gonna have both players finish things off in style, and we will be at the Folosolium, and we will go Never to Return Chastity Edition this time round, and if you two are ready, then let us begin.
Stand forth, exiles. You stand upon the fall of Solium. Here you may yet prove your worth. Prevail and earn the favor of the scribes. Night Wings, stand ready. The Chastity, stand ready. The rite shall begin forthwith.
Alright, so as we were saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, so no requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style, and for Anor, that means it's a quick throwing stowaway in the first spot. We were just talking about the stowaway. Whether that's a coincidence or not, only Anor could tell us. And also a stowaway in the first spot from Lilac. That, at that point, I imagine, is not a coincidence. Weblanthorn Tizo in the second spot for Anor. Oh, heads up, you do have a hangover effect on Hedwyn, if you were thinking about using him here. Instead, it's a speedy Bertrude. Then Vanishing Throws Ulmer is Anor's last choice. Lilac will go Prayer Beads on Oralek. So alright, here we go, our final rite of the night. Anor on the left, representing the Nightwings, and Lilac on the right, representing the Chastity. Best of luck to you both. whatever it is.
Nightwings proved their worth.
GG.
GG.
Their adversaries they defeated utterly.
Well played, you two.
Thus ends the
That was, the Liberation Rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. I am gonna hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time.
Farewell.
Fare thee well. Alright, let me just free them from remote play, although I think they both have already done so themselves. Seems so. Alright, as I was just saying, that was our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite, so thank you everybody who participated in the rite today and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. This was of course Pyre Community Rite Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the Rite Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids, I'm hosting these Rite Nights, and my streaming schedule would usually be weeknights, particularly Wednesdays. We would do Path of Exile 2 streams, however, that's Christmas Eve next week, so I'm thinking we're probably going to bump that up to either tomorrow or Tuesday. Just a heads up for that. Then Fridays, we're doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Saturdays, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and obviously Sundays, that's Pyre multiplayer day. Then Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch that stuff there as well. Also doing some Hades 2 videos straight to YouTube, in addition to some Path of Exile 2 build guide videos, the latest of which you can see right there. Other than that, if you haven't done so yet already, then of course you can hit the follow button to get notification when I go live. Also at LidsVids on Twitter, I post there when I go live as well. But actually, the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids, especially on a week such as this upcoming one, where we will probably be modifying the schedule a little bit to work around the holidays, is my Discord, which you can join by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time.